At the end of the day, we back with another podcast. The NFL. Some people think the NFL is rigged. A lot of people, in fact, that I've talked to about it personally, they think it's rigged. We got a video to look at today. We want to go ahead and, see what this dude's opinion is. See what type of facts he got to bring to the table. Prove his argument. Like I said, many people feel this way. But as far as being able to prove it, it's something different. So this guy, I'm going to leak his channel, I'll leak the video in the description. His name is Justin Lee. The name of his channel is Justin Lee Reacts. All right, we're going to get into it.
This will probably be the only time I ever talk about this because I could feel myself becoming a little bit too involved, too emotionally draining, and becoming angrier and angrier. So,
you'll sound mad. Getting into it already, you know what I'm saying? You sound mad, but it piss a lot of people off.
As fans of sports, I don't know why you guys watch, but I started watching the NFL around 10 years old. I became a huge Dolphins fan. I was a huge Dan Marino fan. And the reason I gravitated towards it was because it was real in my head. I didn't want to watch a scripted show. I didn't want to watch a scripted wrestling event or anything of that nature. I wanted something that was real, that was genuine, that was authentic competition. Because we as men and women have some innate instinctual desire to compete with other people.
How many of y'all can relate to this man right here? I mean, I know I can. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch it for, the entertainment. The fact of I believe it's real. So I definitely want to watch it and make sure I root for my team. It's very important that I have these statistics in my head so I can have these debates or arguments, with everybody. Make sure I knew exactly what, everything I knew what I was talking about. I knew the stats. I knew who the best was, and definitely always rooted for my team. And I know a lot of you out there can vouch and say the same thing. You guys did the same thing, you know what I mean? Did the same thing then, you're doing the same thing now.
And to become the best we can be and also win. We want to win. We have to learn how to lose, but we want to win. So I felt as a kid, I'm watching something that's real, it's authentic, and may the best man win. I've come across a few articles, a few videos that have really started to make me boil up inside. And it's really sad because we as consumers shouldn't be lied to.
Right.
We should know exactly what we're going into. And I gotta say, if this is true, what I'm about to reveal, they are genius. The NFL is a genius marketing entity. So I came across a couple of articles and a couple of videos. I'm going to drop articles I find to be interesting and videos I find to be interesting in the comment section. But here's a few things that I wrote down.
Before we get into what he wrote down, I think it's genius for the fact that they lied to you.
That really started to make my mind blow. Well, first of all, the NFL has a $32 billion shared revenue. It's shared equally. That means there's no punishment for owning the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Dallas Cowboys. It's all shared. So if your team is horrible every single year, the owners don't care. If they're not filling out the stadiums, the owners don't care. It's not about ticket sales necessarily. It's about the revenue sharing. And then something that was very interesting to me.
Revenue share. Revenue share. That means all the teams combined. It's like a pool. All the money is counted together and equally distributed. And we're gonna look this up just to see if there's anything else online that pertains to this. Maybe, it's listed somewhere. We can go over it and see if what he's saying is in fact true.
There was a Jets fan, that sued the NFL. And he sued the NFL because he thought it was a legitimate sporting event and he did not know the outcomes were rigged ahead of time. He sued them and he expected refunds for all the fans, right? He was not aware. So what came to the forefront during this lawsuit was the NFL is classified as an antitrust exemption granted by John F. Kennedy Jr., meaning that the NFL is labeled in the court of law as entertainment. Entertainment.
We're going to look this up just to verify it, but it's labeled as entertainment.
And according to what I've read in this article, the only other major organization that falls under this, and maybe it's changed since the article was written, is
Wrestling.
the WWE.
Wrestling.
This antitrust exemption allows them to fix the outcomes of games in order to fully benefit all 32 teams involved because there's shared equal revenue between all 32 teams. Also, the refs in the NFL have gag orders, meaning under contracts they're not allowed to speak to the media. I don't know. I don't watch for referees if they speak to the media, but apparently they're not allowed to talk about certain things, but maybe they're not allowed to talk to the media at all. I don't know. I just know that's what was in this article. So, and one more thing, and I don't know if this quote's real, but it's shown up in quite a few articles. Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, he has been interviewed before and has stated there were predetermined teams in the Super Bowl. I wish our team could have been picked, but I'm happy for the ones that were.
And that quote he just said, I've actually seen myself. We're going to go see it actually listed online. I'm not sure who actually posted the article. But, we will see exactly the same thing. I'm pretty sure he's reading. And I'm able to Google search and, I'm able to find it myself. We're going to let him finish what he got to say. And, we're going to get into it.
Point being, it's really sad because I love competition, genuine, authentic competition. So the links I'm going to drop, if you're really interested in this, I'm not even doing it for views. I'm doing it because I feel it's my duty as a human being to tell the people of the world that we're possibly being duped.
If this is in fact true, definitely trying to make sure the word is out there. We spread the message. So that's definitely what this is about.
And lied to. And I've watched the NFL on many occasions, and I said to myself, what's going on here? The refs seem to be controlling the outcome of this game. I mean, if you watch the Bucs and Tom Brady just the other day, watch Tom Brady the entire game. There was no emotion. His face was like a stone. He was just the same. It's almost as if he knew what was going to happen. Look at Patrick Mahomes in the second half of that game against the Bengals. Suddenly, he forgot to play football. He forgot how to play football.
Sure, you felt like this before, whether it be this sport or another sport. On On days it appears that the athlete is on days it appears that they're off. And at the end of the day, on any given time that occurs, their pay is the same. So it's not going to affect them either way. They're still entertaining you, still getting paid the same amount of money.
It was very odd. And I'm going to share videos that break down all these sequences of Patrick Mahomes in the second half of that game. Anyway, I don't like being lied to.
Me either.
I'm sure you guys don't like being lied to. And if it's true that the government is allowing the NFL to do this and rig games for the benefit of all 32 teams,
pretty sure it is.
That's something we should know.
Definitely.
We know wrestling's fake.
Right.
We should know the NFL's fake too, because a lot of people spend money going to these sporting events, buying tickets, buying apparel, betting on the games.
They know it.
So it's almost when you make a bet, you have to think to yourself, well, what is the NFL going to decide what's going to happen in this scenario?
And that's the thing. I mean, it wouldn't be all that big of a deal, I guess, if you already knew from the beginning. But just to know now, it's like someone's backstage, like, well, you know, look at the ratings. We need to change it. We need this team to win. Or for whatever reason. Just the fact that everybody's, you know, it's evenly distributed money. So people that lose is the people that think it's real.
I don't know, man. If you guys find this to be interesting, let me know. Please comment. Check out the links that I leave in the comment section.
All right. You know, we heard from him. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much seen what he was talking about. Now, I wanted to, had looked up some articles myself. Just wanted to say that, you know, a lot of the information that he went over, I had seen it kind of listed right here. You know, it talks about the, at this time, it was a $32 billion shared revenue corporation. And let's see. Yeah, for the most part, you know, everything is here. I mean, everything as stated in the article, it can't be left to chance. The NFL itself is a corporation with 32 departments. The total league revenues are shared equally. So there's no punishment for owning Jacksonville versus Kansas City versus Dallas. A couple of same, you know, names he said in the video he had. So like I said, he probably was looking at this article right here. Lists the same information he was discussing. The NFL referees are part-time employees of the NFL. NFL refs make less than $75,000 per season. They work for the league, period. Referees are bound by NFL mandating gag orders, which prevent them from talking to the media. Just like I'm sure the players, just like the coaches, you know, everybody that signs the contract is probably a part of that. And it's probably why they haven't said anything. A lot of people, you know, they call it things like this conspiracy, but the only people that can really prove it are not gonna do it. So that's why. And again, more of the same information that he was going over. Something else I found: Apple or ExxonMobil can only dream of permission to function as a monopoly. The 1966 law was effectively a license for NFL owners to print money, wrote Greg Esterbrook. And he's the author of a book called The King of Sports, Football's Impact on America. And it's big, this title itself. He may not even know how big this is, considering that this right here. And just to emphasize the impact on America. See, anywhere outside of America, when you say football, they're thinking soccer. You know, anybody. So just the fact of this name right here and this company, it's just the impact on America. The NFL repeatedly positions itself legally as a sports entertainment business, not a genuinely contested sport. There's no question that the NFL has legal right to fix any game, including the Super Bowl. Just to remind everyone that the NFL has defined itself in court as a sports entertainment business. This argued in court when the Jets fans sued the New England Patriots and the NFL for the Spygate years ago. The courts found in favor of the NFL. It means that fixing a game is legal. There's no possible way that those penalties were missed. They were ignored. Add to the fact that the officials were from LA. I don't know if that's, really important. The end of that, maybe not. But just the fact that it's possibly and was fixed, kind of is what it is. Nothing you can really do about it. Just entertainment purposes only. And I said, like, every single time it's televised. You can't really sue them. People that have sued have lost, according to articles we've seen. And, this could be labeled as, I guess, chapter 1. As far as this subject goes, we can look into it further at some other point. Just with the Super Bowl on tomorrow, just want to put something out there and, see how you feel about it. Let me know in the comment section. If you have, something to say about it, if you agree, if you disagree, and if you have your own proof that it may be rigged as well, leave it down in the comment section. If you like what you see, that like button, subscribe. Anyway, see you in the next video. At the end of the day, God say the same.